Hey guys, welcome to part 4 of my Ableton Live tutorial series. This week we're going to be going over recording from session mode into arrangement mode and actually starting to lay out your song. So last week we went over recording instruments into your track and adding some more effects, and we went over side chaining, and we have two different patterns of side chaining going on here, and now we're ready to start laying out our song. So we've been in session mode this whole time, and how I kind of set it up, this first scene here was meant to be kind of the intro, so it's a little bit slower, and it has less complicated drums where it's just a kick, just a bass, some ambient sounds, and then the second scene here is going to be the verse. So this will be the verses. The third one is going to be probably the chorus. The fourth was the bridge, and the fifth was another breakdown. And yeah, you can go like back and forth between them. So you only need to have one of each scene. But if you wanted to, you could go through, duplicate multiple types if you wanted to like lay it out all in order. But I don't mind going back and forth, so that's how I'm going to do it. So up here, make sure you hit stop, bring it back to 1. So hit stop twice. Now hit tab. We're gonna make sure nothing's looped. You don't want the loop on. Don't have any tracks armed because you don't want any accidental automated effects or anything like that. Just hit stop all, record. Well, that's pretty much our layout of the song. And now I hit tab to go over to arrangement mode. You want to hit this play orange button to make it able to play from arrangement mode now. So we can go back in, and I'm going to be honest, I did not like that outro, so I'm going to delete that right away, and I'm going to pick the same thing from the beginning, actually, so it ends on the same key. Not that, there are no steadfast rules, really. You can kind of just play around with it and figure out what you like. So let's listen. So now I like to listen back and make small adjustments. Another thing you could do is duplicate this track, the bass, delete it out of the one you don't want it to play in anymore, delete the extra, and then you can change this to a different instrument. So I'm going to change this to some kind of softer synth. duplicate this again and add MIDI effects, go to the arpeggiated. Where did it go? Here it is. Now let's duplicate this again and MIDI effects, go to the arpeggiated. Where did it go? Here it is. Let's try. And if you press spacebar, it will pause the song, and whichever part you have selected, that's kind of where it'll start again. So that's kind of nice. If you want to turn down multiple audio tracks, you can select off of all the clips, and then on the track you want, just click and drag and highlight the audio clips, and then over here you can turn down, you can adjust the waveform of the recording. So that's pretty useful. And then of course if it clips when you're recording it over the edge, you want to redo it, and that's when it gets into that red zone that we were talking about earlier. Okay, so now that I have this done, and I could keep going and editing this down and adding more variation. I could add some different drum samples for different textures. Now that we have our song laid out, I want to go in and add some breaks for the transitions and some build-ups and some hits to where it's going to really amplify the changes. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. Let's right click, let's change it to eighth notes. So I'm going to go through and just delete the very last sliver from before each of the changes. But I want to leave the side chain, both the side chains, in place because you don't want that to all of a sudden, if you have an effect or one of your returns with a side chain on it, it'll all of a sudden get much louder if you cut out the side chain all of a sudden. So you want to make sure these silent tracks are always there. Okay, so now that I've added some breaks, I'm going to go back and add some effects, some changes. So uplifters or downlifters and hits, explodes. Ableton has some of these built in little effects. So I'm just going to go through and pick one, pick an uplifter, and pick one that goes with the vibe of your song. So I found one that I like, so I'm just going to move it so it ends right before the break. Double click on it to turn it down a little. And you can also transpose the pitch of any of these samples that you use, just to kind of make it your own, and you can make it something different. I'm going to add a hit right at the end. Okay, I'm going to add another audio track and drag that down there. was kind of just an unexpected thing that I added. Okay, let's see if that works in other places. So what I'm doing here is just taking out this audio part where you can kind of hear the end of the last loop. So I opened up the envelopes here and it was already on volume, so I just used the pen tool and I turned this down, so I put it all the way at the bottom. So now that should be cut out of the beginning, and I just wanted to clean that up quick because it was bothering me. But that's how you would do that, or you could zoom in and cut the beginning, but I feel like this keeps it cleaner and then it's easier to drag and drop the samples if you want to move stuff around. So that's what I'm doing quick. Okay, done. Now I'll go back to adding these transitions quick, and then we'll see if we can add some variation to mix it up. Alright, well, it looks like I pretty much have my layout. I'm keeping it kind of simple just to make this to the point and just show you the basics of what you can do and how to use all the tools. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you can keep up with all of my latest tutorials, and next time I'm going to be going over automation and adding all of the different effects that can really make a song sound pretty neat and cool. Alright, well, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!